Good morning, everybody. Hello, cheers. So this is my intro, my cheers, my coffee. You know, every streamer or TV presenter has their catchphrasey, whatever. Oh my God, what am I talking about? Anyway, so yeah, cheers. Morning. So OBS, yeah, I clicked the start streaming button and OBS said, I'm sorry, I don't have any streaming settings. I don't know what happened. So yeah. Hey, Intimate Tech. Hey, Quindor, how you doing? I wondered if you'd be here for the stream and for the start of the stream. Surprise, surprise, because of the topic. Oh, Mike. Naughty boy, Mike. Naughty, 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 naughty boy, Mike. Ah, well. That just wrecked it for everyone, didn't it? Ah, yeah. Nice, nice coffee. So, how's everyone doing? Everyone had a good week? Station 240 programmers who work on OBS should be ashamed of their code. No, it might not be them. It might be a Mac thing, a something thing. I don't know. It may be StreamYard from last week messed it up or something. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah. Strobe it good. Strobe it real good. Yeah. Yeah, I got it working, Peter. So I did it all on video. So yes, I've got a new logo, folks, on my wall. Let's not talk about the black power cable. I'll either get a white one or I'll paint that one white. I'm not cutting a hole in my beautifully plastered wall to hide it. So yeah, but I have wanted to put a logo on my wall for 18 months. Since I moved everything over to this corner and had that empty wall, I've also got some posters. I'm not putting white duct tape on the wall. That's gonna, yeah, that'll look terrible. I don't mind seeing the cable. Seeing a white cable will be fine. I don't even mind about seeing the black cable personally, but it doesn't look great. But I only got that up last night. There are transparent ones. Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know. So, yeah, I'll see what I can find. But anyway, yeah, a logo, and it's RGB. And it's pretty funny watching the chat. So, okay, I'm going to go through and say hi to everyone. While people are trying to nut it out. Good morning, Michael. Peter, hello. Christopher White, good morning. Cable Tie, you are up early. Did you wet your bed? David Dessa, hello. Hello, Simon. Hello, Johnny, good morning. Peter, hi. Henrik, hello. Andy Day. Bruce Siegel. Carsten, hi. Quindor said hi. Hello. Paul, hi. Hey, Max. Or Photochromax, but Max. Everyone seems to call you Max, so I'll call you Max. Crazy Roops, hi. Joe Velasco. Mike, Naughty Mike is in the chat. Jason. Hello, Jason. How you doing, mate? Sorry for the slurping. Andy Mouse, Station 240. Woo! I'm sure I'm missing people. I'm scrolling very fast. Yes, here. Hello. Fred Flintstone, hello. Has your package arrived? I hope your package has arrived, Fred. Oh, it jumped. Okay. Looking backwards. Andre, hello. From Brazil. Lucien, hello. Don't know who else. If I missed anyone, I apologize. I'll catch up at some point. It did. Cable tie. It did what? Oh, right. It's amazing how when anyone in a stream now sees anything that's RGB, they immediately start doing stuff like that. Call him Crowbar. Hello, John. I'll call him Crowbar. Hello, Crowbar. Hello, Swarm Drive. Mike's up early not because he went to bed, but because I drank heaps of water before going to bed, and it makes me wake up. Oh, tell me about it. And okay, we're not going to have peeing conversations, but yes. Blame it on Brian. Sure. Hello. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Vilhide. I'm not sure. Apologise. He's stuck on pink for Big Clive. Hello, Joe. So, yeah, we're starting a bit late. So I guess you're not out of bed that early. Infrared. So, yes, my logo... Well, I made a video of me building it. It's just going to be a video to music. I don't explain anything as I'm doing it because, yeah, couldn't be bothered. It was a fun build. Hopefully the video will come out this weekend. And so it was this video, it was this logo partly that made me want to make an RGB shield. No, you can't turn it off. Sorry, Peter. But there's more things you can do. Shall I just let everyone work it out? Yeah. There are a lot of different commands. I might just wait and see what hey, Adam, how you doing? You can't do that for the A word. Yeah, no. Consume 100 amps. Thanks. You're trying to burn my wall down. It'll help. Played. Snake. The chat's just going to be full of this. Johnny. Maybe we'll just do this today. This will be fun. Okay, here's the thing. It'll only do the last message it finds in the queue. So while I don't mind, but while you're all typing those things, none of you are going to get your messages done because it's going to grab, every time it does a poll, it's going to grab the last one. So anyone that wrote something beforehand, it's not going to work, okay? The system can't work that fast. So, yeah. Just letting you know. Why is Bruce sad? Squirrel. Hey, Aaron. You mean it should be a exclamation oxa. As many API calls, I've got a rotating API keys, but so there's plenty of API keys, or hopefully. But yeah, there's only so, yeah. Yeah, let's not spam. There's no brown. There's no brown, Fred. Brown's not a nice color. Neodin. The hammer is there. The hammer was actually used in my video though. Had to get it on the wall. It's actually quite clever how I got it on the wall. It's not permanent, but it won't fall off. But you're gonna have to wait for the video. Aqua. It's funny how like everyone's trying pink, and obviously Fred likes brown, but no one's. And there's some obscure colors, but there's some other obvious colors. Maybe there's a way of setting RGB as well. Blue is the new pink. Pink is the new blue apparently. But I had to do pink for Also the light, so that's red. So it was, who just did red? John Meeking did red. It's, yeah, the lighting, obviously, the camera blows it up completely. Barcode. I tell you what, my chat analytics is going huge right now. There's no primrose. So obviously the standard colours are there. Like no one's tried. Oh, someone did. So John got blue in after Station 240 tried purple. So what's the shield I'm working on? So, well, while you guys are nutting this out, COVID. Is that a colour? Is there a colour? Is there a colour associated with COVID? Just out of curiosity. Oh, someone got yellow. So, Grindor, I'm not looking at making a competing shield with you. A competing RGB LED driver stuff. Well, seems to be some stuttering going on with the stream today. So, no drop frames, but my camera's doing some weird things. So people have been asking me already, and someone posted in the chat as soon as I posted the stream, although it disappeared. Why aren't I making this more than 5 volts? Why not higher? And well, so there's a couple of reasons. The first one is there are already products out there that do higher voltages, and I wanted to keep this nice and simple and quick. And then to do high voltages, like do 12 volts or more, it adds a lot of complexity, and I don't particularly want to go down the buck converter route. And using a big LDO is just a waste of power, and it's just going to generate heat. And so, who turned it off? It's not off. You can't turn it off. No, it's working. I didn't see it go off. It was off. Maybe it did a poll. So the poll is blocking. I didn't write the code. The poll is blocking. And interesting. I just thought of something that might kill it. Anyway, the polling for the next chat stuff is blocking, and so if that happens before it does an update, it, I guess, technically could turn off. They're all trying to kill it now. Right, like that. I know what that is. I know what that is. Interesting. Okay. That's a case I didn't cover for. Interesting. So it's not an off. It's a bit of data missing. Okay. Please explain this case. What am I explaining? What? It's a feature. It is a feature. It's pretty cool. So you're all trying to turn it off now, which is great. Maybe try doing something other than RGB without a value. Hold and catch fire. Fred, that's not going to do anything. No, I said RGB without a value. Okay, can everyone stop? I'll show you. I'll show you. Can everyone stop though? If you're going to all try to change it while I show you, then it's not going to work. Everyone stopped. Yay. Amazing. Look at my power. Except Aaron didn't stop. Okay, so, hey Ray. So if you do like this, okay, I'm typing it into the chat so you get to see it. You can pass it a hex value. Let it happen, guys. Let it update first, please. Just to see if it's not broken. You do exclamation RGB and then a hex value, and it'll set the color. But hang on, there's more to show you. Just stop, everyone stop. You can of course just type in some colors, right? So if I let it set to purple. Mike, can you stop? I want to show you what stuff it can do. Otherwise, I'm going to just not show you all, because there's stuff you guys haven't got yet. Okay, so there's different animations you can do. So you can set it to breathe, and it'll take whatever the current solid color is, hopefully, if it hasn't broken, and it'll breathe. Chat's 45 seconds. Shouldn't be. Chat was showing me a delay here of 6 seconds. Interesting. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize. It's showing me a 6-second delay here. Right, you can also go... Yeah, right, it should be really quick. This sometimes doesn't work. There's serpent. This doesn't work sometimes. Whoa! Looks much better on the wall than it does in the camera. And then you can just do color, and that'll make it go a solid color of whatever the last color should be, whatever the last color was. In this case, it hasn't changed the color. And then of course you can go RGB and actually just pick a color. But of course, pink. And then of course there's rainbow. And then there are a couple of other things I haven't got fully working yet. Strobe doesn't work right now. Are those in the black Mark III S's? What? You have an issue with the filament sensor. Who's that for, Simon? Oh, I don't think that was, not for me. Wow, that's super bright. That's so bright on the wall. Okay, anyway. Gary, yeah. Okay. Hey Mark, how you doing? Yeah, I worked hard to get it for today's stream. I really wanted it on today's stream. What color is that? Interesting. Anyway, okay, go for it. Do it, guys. Whatever you want. Just remember that it's only the last message per poll. So while you're all typing the different commands, you're going to stomp over each other's. So I'm about to mute. No, I'm not going to mute. I'm going to say the Alexa. Stop. Sorry, I did it anyway. I can do this. Alexa, turn off logo. But I can also go, Alexa, turn on logo. It's now connecting to Wi-Fi. And once it's connected, it is ready. There you go. So there is code to change the brightness, but I don't have it enabled right now because I've got a bug, and the bug lets it set it too bright, and I don't want to have it so bright. But yes, there is code to do that. I've also got code to do different type of spinning, like the serpent one, but not the multicolored one. It'll just spin whatever the current color is. Hey, Alex. Aquamarine. No, it's only... So there's pink, purple, green, blue, yellow, and red. They're the only solid colors. Then you can do RGB. I added... Oh, yes. Sorry, cable tie. I forgot that one. No. You can do random, and it'll pick a random color. I told you brightness isn't enabled right now. Hey, DIY in the Ghetto. I forgot. You can do random. Random is a color, and it'll pick a random color. I don't know how much current it's drawing, to be honest with you, but it's a 4 amp power supply, but I can run this off USB, and it's fine. So the brightness doesn't get any higher than 40% right now. So what you're seeing on the camera right now is 40% brightness, which is without the camera looks beautiful. With the camera, it looks completely blown out. RGB coffee. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Can run it off USB, meaning I was running it off my computer. My computer's USB port yesterday while I was programming it, lighting up all of the LEDs. So it's not that many. I mean, it doesn't matter how low I get these, Quindor. It still blows it out on this camera. This is my IMAX camera. That's the 2019 IMAX, so the first version of the 1080p webcam. And it does that machine learning color adjust thing. So it grabs that and blows it out even when I don't want it to, which is really annoying. Yeah, I built this myself. I made a video about it. I'm making a video. I still have to edit it. Okay, here's my video that I shot, and I'll be releasing it over the weekend, hopefully. Goldenrod. Ah, Jason. Okay, so let's talk about HDMI 4K cam. Yeah, this is just a webcam. This is my Max webcam, which is a really good webcam. I'm really happy with it. It's great for streaming, but so someone just set it to RGB 0, that's all. There's no pixels in it, Mike. Rainbox, that's not a thing. Oh, burgers, yum. Okay, so shall we talk about this LED controller? So, that's why I thought about just keeping it 5 volts, because 5 volts is nice and simple. It's all you need for most non-super long RGB projects, like outdoor projects or things where you want to drive more than, 100, 150 LEDs. Then you generally want to go for a higher voltage LED strip, like a 12 volt LED strip, because you can get much further distances. You don't have to power from both ends. By the way, that's not powered from both ends. I don't have any noticeable voltage drop around it. There's 156 LEDs on that. There's no obvious voltage drop that I can see on it. But that's a common thing with a 5 volt strip, is that you get degrading brightness down the strip, which is most evident in a lot of colors. So this is really aimed at, it's not 144 per meter. No, it's a hybrid version I got. I actually got them for my original idea for my pre-SAM, my reel rack. I can't remember how many there were. I think there were 98 per meter or 90 something per meter, because the spacing on them was for a reel, like for my reels. And it took me a while to find these. I ended up not using them on my reel racks. That's why I used them on here. Thanks, Randall. Hey, Christopher. Can Super Chat bump priority and get your pink command in? It's not enabled. No. Well, there's some code in there. Some of Brian's Super Chat code in there. I haven't done anything with it, so don't. because I don't think it will, no. So, DIY to get open. So Brian Locke has got an API, a YouTube API for Arduino for this. I was going to rewrite it in MicroPython, and then I looked at it and went, nah, I just want to get the logo done. Hey, Embedded Hobbyist. What's crackling? Hey, Marius. Is it on PCB? Is what on PC? So is what on PCB? Yeah, you can watch this stream after it's ended. Like, once it's finished, it'll be there as a video, Simon, so you can watch it. Yeah. Hello, Boar. Welcome. Okay, we should be talking about this board. Because if I would have had this board, it would have been easier to do what I wanted to do. I've got a tiny S2 in there, which I had to obviously solder on a DC jack to it, and well, someone set it to white. That's bright. And whatever to kind of mangle it all in there. It'd be nice if I had something that was pre-made. Yes, I've got CircuitPython 7 poster. Yay! I thought the logo was on a PCB. No, it's not on a PCB. You'll see. That would be a big PCB. That's a large piece of acrylic. I wanted a bigger logo, by the way, but my laser cutter can't cut any bigger than that. That looks small, but it's pretty big. Like, it's an A2 size logo. I couldn't cut it any bigger, unfortunately. I need a bigger laser cutter. And then I would have got a bigger logo. But then I would have needed more LEDs. Okay, I'm going to switch camera. You can still see the logo in there. That's okay. So, need a laser cutter and a house to house it in. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, my laser cutter, for the size of it and the area it can cut, like, you lose a lot of space just for the periphery around it. How many? There's 156 LEDs on the logo. Okay, so I just wanted to keep it really simple, and I didn't want to go down the road of sticking a buck converter on here, having to source one at the moment. Show the schematic first. Well, the schematic's not. It's nothing. It's just a whole bunch of parts in the schematic. Nothing's connected to anything yet. There's really not a lot to see in the schematic. I haven't designed it yet. I'm going to do it now. So there's really not much. What do you want to see in the schematic? There's a whole bunch of not connected things other than my level shifter I've started working on. So it makes sense to have level shifting on there if you want it. What acrylic do I use for diffusion? What do you mean by diffusion? You mean I've got different types of acrylic. I've got this type of grey tint. That's supposed to be opaque white, but more light comes through than I had planned, so that's a bit annoying. LED applications, what would be innovative? What do you mean? I'll have to catch you. What? Hey, Christian. Sorry, some of this. I'm trying to follow the chat. Okay. So, I'm having trouble focusing this morning because of the chat. People trying to set it to UV. Maybe I should just get a camera facing just the logo for everyone to see. Okay. Is anyone interested in talking about an LED driver? Or should we just skip it? I don't know. Okay. Seriously, I'm totally distracted. Totally distracted. Can an RGB diode produce pink light? Sure. You can set it to pink. You vote yes what? What are we voting yes to? I'm not looking at innovating Swarm Drive. Like I'm wanting to make a shield that people can plug a TinyPICO or a Tiny S2 in and just drive some RGB LEDs, rather than having to hand solder stuff and work out how they're going to power it and work out how they're going to flash it while it's powered and blah 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 blah. Like I'm not. There are plenty of people out there innovating in this space. There's Quindor's doing a heap of stuff. There's the Pixel Blaze guys. There's another project out there. There's stacks of people doing it, and majority of it's software related, not hardware. There's very little you can do hardware wise. Like you're either supporting this voltage set of strips or this voltage or this range of voltage. Like for instance, RGBW, right, is irrelevant to the hardware. Right? It's still only 3 pins. It's up to the software. So when it comes to innovating in this space, it's hardware irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. Like like what type of innovation do you want from a hardware point of view? I'm not looking at making this is a shield. It's not a dedicated product that's got everything on it. If that makes sense. A connector for said LEDs. Which said LEDs? Sorry. Where would you put the steering wheel? Ah, that's very funny. Hey, Yumbo. Hey, Troy. And hi to anyone that I haven't said hi to. Good night, Simon. Take care, mate. Have a good sleep. Can we start with the schematic? Are we being... are you guys punking me? You check out the June logo. It's a copy of the Unexpected logo. Not joking. Yeah. Is it... Are we trolling? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Can't tell. You know, use SMD Wago connector. I've not seen an SMD Wago connector. So, okay. Maybe I'll just design this off stream and do it myself. Like, yeah. I want to have a DC jack on it. It's a pity you can't get smaller than this. I thought about doing an SMD one, but I don't think they're very stable. And I really want to... I want this thing to be as small as possible, but I've got double row headers, so you've got access to other pins. Are you being serious, cable tie? Like, I just said there's nothing on the schematic right now. Like, it's just... That's the schematic. There's nothing on here. So what do you want to see the schematic for at the moment? There's some headers, there's a level shifter, a cap, and a DC barrel jack, and a reset button. I mean, there's nothing to see. Nothing's connected because I've not done anything yet. Like, it's okay. I'm more interested in how I'm going to fit all this into a really small space. There's no point making a shield for a TinyPICO or a Tiny S2 that makes it 3 times the size, right? But I also need to squeeze on, like I want it to be expandable, so having double row headers is important. I'm going to go surface mount. I need a barrel jack on there, but I need to have the USB connector connectable. Well, there won't be a USB connector on here. This is a shield, folks. It's a shield. The TinyPICO plugs into it. TinyPICO has a USB connector. This doesn't need a USB connector. Right, so that's on. Look, it's going to have to be a longer board, but the problem is it's still an issue where I want power on one end and I want the LED strips coming out the other end, but I can't get a barrel jack at one end and still give people access to the USB connector. Right? So, and well, I can do all this, but it's going to make it massive. And I don't want it to be massive, which is the problem. Because if it ends up being too big, then it defeats the purpose. I might as well just solder up a board like I've got now. A bigger board so the LEDs fit on it. Yeah, no, it defeats the purpose. Why not go for screw terminals instead of a DC jack? Because the DC jack's convenient. Like for me, I just want to plug a DC connector into it. So what connector will the user need to plug his LEDs into? Well, I don't know yet whether that might be screw terminal. I don't like so Adafruit use a 3-pin stemmer connector, so the 1mm pins, but I don't think you can put enough current through those. It's good you're setting a power to 4 amps too, because otherwise you require some extra good routing. Right, well I don't want to push all the power necessarily through the board, but I'm going to have to if I want power on one end and the LEDs on the other end. I want to use USB socket for power. Because I want to be able to plug a DC barrel jack into it. I mean, so here's the thing. You can plug the USB for power into the TinyPICO and then power it that way if you want to. You don't have to use a DC barrel jack, but I want to plug a DC barrel jack into it. So therefore, I want to have a DC barrel jack connector on it. Right? There's a power rail and a ground rail. A 2.1mm. Just a 2.1. I don't need the mounting holes. Well, I don't need 4 mounting holes. So, I mean, I could... also don't really need a reset button. But anyway, just legacy of where I got all this stuff from. But there could be like a barrel jack here, which might still give some clearance for the USB. I don't know. I'm flu jabbed, still out. 2.5. No, it's a 2.1 barrel jack, not 2.5. I'm looking at just as a 5 volt. A 5 volt. Shouldn't call it really a drive. It's not a driver board, I guess. It's just an adapter board. So what size cap do I need? Do you reckon? And I thought about sticking a PTC on here. Although I don't know if I can get one that's going to handle enough current. No, I'm not putting a DC to DC converter on here. That's the whole point. I'm trying to keep this simple, just to drive a 5 volt project, right? I don't want to support 12 volts or bigger LED strips because there are other products out there that can do that just fine. And I'm like, this is for someone that wants to just make a small project off 5 volt. Hey, Anthony. Hi to anyone I haven't said hi to. Right, get one of Quindoors if you want 5 volts to 24 volts. That's the point. There are other products out there already. I've never needed to work with 12 volt LEDs. I don't have projects that use them. 5 volts is fine for me for all the stuff that I've done And a lot of the stuff that people would be doing, 5 volts would be fine. And to add high voltages and the complexity of that is going to make the board more expensive. It's going to take longer to make. It's going to be harder to source the components. Barrel jack close to the top near the LED. That way it's close. Yeah, but I don't want to power from the same direction that the LEDs are coming out. I want power at one end and LEDs coming out the other end. Not on the side, because that makes it bigger. When you got power coming in from the side, like, yeah. Hey, Brian. So I want power, just like on my logo, I want power to come in and the LEDs to come out. So, and getting enough power through is fine. There's plenty of room on the board to put big ass power going through. Has anyone ever seen a PTC that can handle like 3 amps? I don't even know if a PTC is worthwhile. Um, 5 volt in. Wow. Eagle does not like macOS Big Sur. Can I just tell you, it just really, it's become ugly to use now. And it's, I think I'm going to have to chuck it all in the bin and go kikehead. Okay. What size packages do they come in, Quindor? Any idea? Like can you get them in like 1206 or something? Actually, I really want it after that 5 volts in, and I want this one to be USB. So that will connect to there, and there, and there. Okay. In design will come out soon. TM, I use 1812 sized PTC for 3.5 amp. Okay. Yeah, you can get small PTCs, but they generally can't do as much current. So we need to find a PTC. Let's find a PTC that can do good current. I bet you can't search PTC in here, right? Is it going to come up? Circuit protection. Oh, resettable fuses. Wow. 30 amp. 0805 for 30 amp PTC? No way. That's not what I want. Circuit protection. Resettable fuse. So why is it now it's got 3008 and anyway, whatever. Hold current. Let's look at 3 to 4 amps. Oh, 0805. Interesting. Operating voltage. How much clearance do we need? Like, high voltage is better or not? 1206 at 12 volts. The PTC is a good idea on a board, even if it's just for limiting power. We'll try to force through the board. is likely only rated for 3 amps, max 5 amps. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the ones I've got here are only rated for 3 or 3.5 amps, I think. 1206 is okay. But is there any point doing a high voltage PTC? Like if I'm only running 5 volts through it, is it okay just to stick a 6 volt PTC on there? Hey, Atomic14. How you doing, Chris? Okay. That's pretty cool. So 1206. I'm gonna, oh, I'm not logged in. Why am I not logged in? Let me just copy that link. I just sent an order through as well. That sucks. I'm not a robot. Taxi, taxi. Where are all the taxis? No, I'm not. I moved it off screen. But I was logged in this morning, which is bizarre. Actually, just in case. Yeah, okay. Let's stick 100 of those into my shopping cart. What else is in my shopping cart? Let's have a look at Sion's shopping cart. Oh, some caps. Right. Funny, funny. PTCs are kind of resettable fuse. Yes. Positive temperature coefficient. 6 volt PTC is fine. 6 volts. Just curious to see what there is. Six volt, 3.8 amps. There's 1.2 watts, 1.5 watts. BN Star, never heard of them. Little fuse. 6 volts, 3 amps. Wow, so many to choose from. I don't know. Don't believe that overview. Check the data sheets. Yeah, I will check the data sheet. Dimension, operating current 1.5 amps to 7.5 amps. Maximum voltage 6 to 12. Alright, which model? Hang on, wait, which model was it? 300L 12 volt. 300L 12 volt. 300L 12 volt. So minimum, so 3 to 3.5 amps. Wait, A, B, C, and D, and E. Which is A, B? Oh, that's the size. Jesus, I'm an idiot. Where's the... Here we go. 300L. Volts max 12. Current max 50. Current hold 3. What's IT? And 0.8 watts. No, 0.8, yeah, 0.8 watts. Maximum time to trip. 15 amps is 2 seconds. Is that good? Yeah, the top one was dimensions. Silly me, huh? What? Photochromax is going? Catch you later, mate. Have a good sleep. I mean, I don't know if you could ever trust these data sheets anyway, but 2 seconds sounds quite slow, but that was to get to 15 amps, wasn't it? It's this one here. This one here. 2 seconds to get 15 amps. So at what point is it going to trigger? Is that what the T stands for? Current trigger, 6 amps? I'd want it to trigger lower than that. PTCs are slow, sure. 2 seconds sounds really slow though. So is that what the IT stands for? T is for trip? Yeah, I want it to trip lower than 6 though. 6 is, you know, 6 is beyond the scope of a power supply. I always teach, if you need a fuse, use a fuse. PTCs leave so many questions. The problem with needing a fuse is the size and the space and the fact that it's not resettable, and if it blows, you got to get a replacement, and I have to source them, and I have to source the fuse holders and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's a complexity and a cost and an assembly and a pain and everything else to do with a fuse, where there's nothing wrong with a PTC. But I would have thought that 6 amps for a trip is pretty high for a 3 amp hold. Yeah, 2 seconds of magic smoke. These are 1206 in size, which is fine. Size isn't an issue here. Like 1206 on a board like this is pretty small. Pretty small. Just to show you, I don't even know if I got any in here. PTC micro builder. What's in micro builder? 1206. Right. So. So that's the size of a 1206 PTC. Now that's about the same size as a diode. The diode's a SOD 123. So it's fine. So it'll reset somewhere between hold and trip. Right, but where though? At what point? Like if it's a 3 amp hold, I'd like it to trip as close to 3.5 or 4 as possible. But we can do this. Yeah, I know I won't know. So I want this before the diode. Oh God, Eagle. Have I mentioned recently that Eagle is shit with Mac Big Sur? My performance, it dropped to half. So, which really sucks. I missed Bit Looney's last stream. What was he doing on it? His 1-day challenge? I did miss it. It's kind of on the wrong side. That's annoying. I'm gonna get Yuz a new Mac. I think I've decided not to get myself a new Mac. I want a 16-inch M1 Max. I do, but yeah, hard to justify. So yeah, at this point, doesn't look like it. But Yuz does need a new Mac. And then Orly will get Yuz's Mac. Yuz's got a 13-inch MacBook Pro. 2018, I think. So Orly will get that for school for next year. Well, this is an iMac, and I would gladly get rid of this when a new M1 or M whatever iMac comes out, because this is quite disappointing, this machine. The issue with Eagle is, in Big Sur, is not the hardware. It's that Big Sur doesn't have OpenGL support anymore, and Eagle doesn't have up-to-date graphic stuff. So it might be better on Apple Silicon, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, oops. Now, going to get rid of my round planes, and so, like, in terms of power, like getting enough current, getting enough for like enough copper is really not a problem. What am I calling that? That should be 5-volt in. I didn't rename the thing. It should be 5-volt in. It's Mac OS's code name. What? Oh, Big Sur. Yeah, sorry, it's the current version. So the next version is Monterey. Big Sur 10 point. What is Big Sur? Big Sur wasn't 11. No, I can't remember now. Which one's 11? That's Monterey. Big Sur was 10 point. Oh, okay, now I gotta... Right, 11... Oh, no. Right. 11.6 is Big Sur, and then... Whatever. Yeah, they name their stuff weird. So, like, I'm pretty sure that is going to handle the amount of current, right? Will Monterey... No, Monterey won't make Eagle slower. It'll just keep it the same. The issue is the lack of OpenGL and the fact that Eagle never transitioned to metal. And this is, I guess it's N2. And Big Sur was version 11, right? Okay, yeah. I can't remember anymore. Comes pre-installed with serial drivers. Yes, it does, Johnny. Big Sur does finally have support for like the CH series of stuff. I'm putting all these pores in. I don't even know if I'm keeping these components exactly where they are, but But the point is, I'm going to be able to get okay. Just right click in there. What? Why not just use fat ass traces? Well, I could, but this is even better. The problem with a fat ass trace is you get no thermals on the pads, and yeah, I mean I could, and I might. You never know. And I need to, I'm pretty sure I can take the barrel jack even closer to the edge. Depends how much I want it sticking over the edge. I don't know yet. They're just copper fills, right? It's like putting big traces, but they're just big lots of copper. So there'll be, you know, 3 amps potentially coming through this thing. Okay, and so the interesting thing on that is I should have flipped them around. See, now I've done that and I need to flip them. That's okay. And I want to call this this is 5 volt out. Oop. Should have called that 5 volt out. And this needs to be renamed. Oh, it already did it. So that's where my LED power is going to go from there over. And this is going to power the... Now I'll use a big fat trace. Ish. This is going to... Yeah, see, that's not fat at all. That's going to be powering the TinyPICO or the Tiny S2. Now, what pins am I going to use for... Where did I get the microbuild library? Hey, Black Arrow. I don't know. A long time ago, I found it. I don't know. It's. I'm sure it's a really old one. I think at one point Adafruit published it somewhere. Does Eagle run on NumPy? NumPy. Sorry. So what I/O? Like right now, I've got my I/O for this at like 14, 15, and 27 for 5 volt output. Like I think that sounds reasonable. That means you could run 3 different LED strips at 5 volts, 5 volt data, or you could just run, if you wanted to run 3.3 volt data, you could just run them off any pins you wanted to. No, that's not an MCP. This is a level shifter. This is a TB, oh god, I can't remember off the top of my head, a TXB 0104. That one there. So it's a level shifter. I'm going to try to route everything on just on the top layer and worry about where I'm going to position everything later. So if I move that around the other way. Yay. Yay, Eagle. The labels don't need to be inside the middle here. I'm probably going to get rid of those at some point. Because they're going to be covered. It doesn't make sense. And you'll have them on the board that you're plugging in. So that doesn't need it. Wow. God, this is so slow. I should have done this. I should just move this into KiCad now. Shouldn't I? Yep, I should. Even clicking on the actual buttons is just terrible. Really bad. Yeah, I'll worry about that later. And need, yeah, I don't know. This is unusable. Unusable. By the way, for those who haven't worked it out, I upgraded to Big Sur on this machine, finally. I was kicking and screaming, but I finally caved and I did it. You can pick up your order. You can come for a visit, Cable Tie. When are we booking in? When are we booking in? We're way overdue for a catch-up and a chat. Seriously, this has become unusable. Shall I just bring this into KiCad? Okay, I'm gonna save it. Okay, KiCad, let's do it. On Friday, the restrictions are easing. Yes, finally. So Big Sur is working okay, except for Eagle. So I want to go. Okay, let's do this, shall we? We're going to go File, Import, Eagle Project. Oh, actually, no. Hang on. And so there's a shields. I'm going to make a... Oh, whatever. I need a folder. Where's my new folder icon? Really? Really? Whoop. One moment, please. Shields, new. That's going to be... Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot. This is asking for the Eagle file. Okay, it's been a while. Okay, projects, shields, LED. I always do this the wrong order. Okay, now where are we putting it? We're putting it in there. It's importing. Whoa. I'm going to do this. It's taken up my whole other monitor. I can't see anything. Auto match, and then what else? I can never remember what else I need. Holes, milling. I don't have any milling on here, I don't think. Don't need restricts those. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, See, look how much faster that is. Yay, except I'm just so awkward in KiCad still. I feel like I'm an absolute novice. Okay. Like I'm a total novice. I'm just going to get rid of the labels. They're annoying me now. Oh, you know what though? Now this is where I always stuff up. I have to save this. So there's that, and here's my schematic. So which order do I do this in? So whenever I save and save, right? And then if I come into here, now I've got to remember if I can get this working. So I want to, which one is it to push it? Oh, I can never remember which one's to push. Which one is to push? Which one's is it this one? That's for assignment tool. Yeah, that's not the one I want to do. Which one's the one that pushes it to the board? Oh my God, I feel like an idiot right now. Fill in schematic reference designators. Or is it, I've got to do it from here. Oh, this one. Right. Update PCB changes, schematic. Right. I always forget and I do the wrong thing. Replace footprints with those specified in the schematic. No, I want to relink footprints to schematic symbols based on their reference designators. I don't want to replace them. I think. Right. I always get this wrong and it adds a whole bunch of more parts. Click them all until they work. There we go. Okay, so we're in here. It still can't work out the positions of the pivots from Eagle, but that's okay. Okay, we're in KiCad now. Look how much faster this is. You see what I mean? Okay. I want to get rid of the. I've got to remember how to use this. E. What happened? Uh-oh. E. And I don't want to show that. Go away. Okay. E. What am I missing in the chat, folks? Have I missed anything? Yeah, where's Quixotic Geek? We need her for tutorials. Okay, so I can't remember any of the shortcuts. Oh well. I haven't set up any of my trace sizes or anything. I can worry about that later. So D to drag, yep. Like some things I kind of remember, I just don't use it enough. I need to make myself just use it. Oops. And stop going back into Eagle. But all my stuff's in Eagle, which is frustrating. Really? Okay. Save. How Mike did what? What did Mark do? Question mark shows the shortcuts. Which question mark? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know M moves and D drags and all that. Yeah, I got all that. E to edit the properties. Maybe I'm just not going to use the fills on here. I might just delete them and go back to big traces. Should have done that to start with, because I need to turn some of these around. So R, because I need the 5 volt out from here. I've got no predefined sizes. And I haven't set up any of this stuff. Anyway, minimum track width, import settings from another board. I think I've got something already set up, maybe. Which one was it? What was I playing with? I can't remember. I don't know if I've got one set up already. I've got lots of experimentation in here. Maybe it was the... select all. Maybe. Okay. I do, except I need more. I need bigger. 0.4064. Wow, the people watching my stream has dropped to half. Guess people don't like watching me do board design, especially when I have no idea what I'm doing. And where's my thick one? I'm trying to remember what I normally use. 508. I'll do a 0.508. And that's correct for my via. Okay, so yes, I can go thicker. And what's a good thickness for these? How about 1 millimeter trace? What about a 1.016? Is it? Yeah, that'll. It just happened when I switched KiCads. What? Yeah, when I switched to KiCads, no one wanted to see me in KiCad. What's the key that does the makes it turn the other way? Is there a key in KiCad? No, that just did a via. I didn't want a via. You know what I mean? Like in Eagle, I can hit spacebar and it makes it turn the other way. Anyway, doesn't matter. Is it shift? No, not shift. So these are surface mount, as I said, so I can route in the middle of them. That's interesting. Why is it? Although I should really have those connected, shouldn't I? Okay, I shouldn't do that, because I should be doing this. Probably don't need it for ground. Just pointed out that the help key, right? But where is which is the help key? Like question mark isn't doing anything for me on here. Is there actually a help key? Oops. Now, do we need a reset button? Because the V2 TinyPICO and the Tiny S2 both have reset buttons. The V1 TinyPICO doesn't have a reset button. Hard to know how many are out there. Yeah, no, that doesn't work either, cable tie. Hard to know how many of each are out there in use. So that's why I've got a reset button there that might be useful for people. And then what am I going to do? Okay, so what do people think for a connector for the LEDs? What would you put? I thought about just doing screw terminals. That way, if people want to solder directly, they can. Otherwise, they can solder the screw terminals and use those instead. Control F1. No, not on a Mac. It's not. There is a key. I don't know which one it is. List hotkeys. Command F1. Whoa, that just made my screen go black. There we go. Did that work? Can you see that? Wow, I have two. Something's happened to my monitor layout. I just broke my Mac. It just turned mirroring on. Okay, that's better. Wow, mirroring just got turned on my Mac all by itself. Isn't that dandy? Okay. Okay, idea about screw terminals is good, yeah. So, so I need 3-pin screw terminals, and I need to be able to fit 3 of them on. I gotta remember how to do this. So, get that on screen. So we want to go add. And buy KiCad. Wow. I'm just going to quit Eagle. Wow, look at that. So KiCad just disappeared. I went to add a component and it died. An error is found when loading schematic that has been automatically fixed. Okay. So that was great. KiCad quit unexpectedly. Thank you. I know. It happened on a stream. Add a component. That's better. So that was really weird. I don't know what that was. So screw terminal 1x3. How do I know what pitch that is though? It doesn't say. Oh, right, because you do, right. I forget that they're disconnected. So I want a 1x3. I don't know what the difference is. What's horizontal and vertical? And I want them small ones, like 3.5mm if I can get them. What's the difference between a vertical and a, oh, they go in the top or the side, right. Is that right? Horizontal and, they look the same. Okay. I bet getting a new Mac will solve it. Absolutely. New Mac solves everything. 1. How do I repeat? Can I not repeat the same one again? Why is it not? Okay, whatever. This is not how you use KiCad, folks. Just say, as long as everyone is clear on that. I didn't give it designators. I'm gonna have to give it designators, don't I? E. Wait, which one did I just go on? Ah. E. Reference. LED, that could be number, that could be 3. Reference and the value. Yeah, it could be LED 3. This will be LED 2. LED 1. Save it, and if I pull it in, I don't want to replace. Wow, they're massive. See, that's the problem. Windows 11 looks interesting. See, look how big they are. That can't be right. That can't be a 3.5mm screw terminal. No. Maybe. Maybe it is. Yeah, wow, okay, so that's the problem. That's a big problem. Not going to get 3 of those in. Do we need 3 sets of power? Like, could I have a 2 for power and then a 3 for each of the datas? 9-pin JST. Yeah, but then people don't have the matching JST on the other side. Hey, Wagon Loads. I mean, I can fit 2 in. What about just driving 2? I don't even know which direction is the right way. Probably that way. Nine solder pads. Sure, well, but they are solder pads. That's the thing. So if you don't put the screw terminals in, then you've got the pads. But putting just 9 pads and then not allowing people to put screw terminals is not great. Well, originally I was going to do 3 strips. Yeah, I mean this, the level shifter can do 4 I/O. I've got 3 hooked up. Maybe 3 is just too many. If the terminal can handle the power, then yeah, don't see why not. I don't really know what screw terminal power rating is. What is that? Oh. Like, let's see if we can find one, and let's see if datasheet screw terminal. Not that I trust any of the ones from here. Like all the different brands, who knows? What do we want? We want a package 3.5. Number of positions. Well, that's all they've got. But let's just look at a data sheet. I'm just curious to know. That's what I'm looking at, Mike. The black ones, they're actually 3.5mm. I've only got 2-pin versions of them, but great. This is not in English, but yeah, let's find one that's in English, shall we? Reset through a hole 3.5. Are there more of those? Debo, do you reckon that'll be in English? Rated current 10 amps. Right, so that shouldn't be a problem. So we should be able to do power, a 2-pin for power, and then we can do a 6-pin, for instance, for 3, or 3 lots of 2 pins. So we could do that, and then how many are we going to get? 1, 2, we just need a 3-pin. A 2-pin and 3-pin, what do you think? Yeah, for driving 5-volt strips. Sort of like, oh right, you're talking about the taskbar. 2 horizontal, 1 vertical. No, I want them all going out one direction. Technology. I want power in one end, LED strips out in the other end. I don't want wires going sideways. So if we got rid of this one and that one, and we added a screw terminal 2-pin, and maybe we do a bigger one for the power. I still don't like this workflow of having to pull stuff through like this. What? Fully annotated schematic. What? Nothing's changed here. Annotate. Okay. That's really bizarre. So we had a big one for power. See, that looks the same size. Anyway, a red one. What? Somewhere we plug in amp and it goes bang. Pads, then you can get 4 lots of LED strips working and people can add sockets. Right, but then they have to solder onto the board and they might not want to. Single injection point on a 5-volt LED strip won't take in more than 3-4 amps anyway before voltage drop causes it not to accept any more current. So what are you telling me? Sorry, Gwendol. Oh, right, the one power is fine. Yeah. Nope. Just turning off. Okay. I reckon the reset button can go. I'm just not sure. Put it over here for the moment. Yeah, for 150 LEDs with power through the board, 1 power terminal should be fine. Right, what about 2 strips of 100 LEDs? Or 3 strips of 100 LEDs? Support of 2 strips is nice and looks nicer on the board. Because people don't have LED strips that have a 1-inch stereo headphone jack male counterpart or whatever to plug into it. That's why. Like, people get LED strips and they've got 3 wires hanging off it. So they need something to be able to connect the 3 wires to. Not looking at reinventing connector standards here, folks. The LEDs don't ship with audio connectors on them. The other thing I can do is I could put 2 lots for screw terminals and 2 lots just for pads. Like just, yeah. Possibly. Breathe. I am breathing. Yeah, I think I prefer the 2 lots of things. 5 meters, 16 foot, 60 LEDs, or 300 LEDs total. 13 amps. That's 5 meters. More realistic scenarios, not full RGB white, and then around. Yep. Are you sure the reset button is about to be replaced at that spot nearby the barrel? No, that's not where that's not where I'm leaving it. I just moved it out the way for the moment. I mean, the reset button probably makes more sense to go over here somewhere. But, yeah, it's just out of the way. I just want it out of the way for the moment. Was it Chris Gamble that was talking about designators? What was going on with designators the other day? I missed something. Like designators and values on boards. Andy Mouse has put barrel jacks on his strips. What time is it? Oh, 8:40 already. How do I copy? Is there a clone? Or just do it like this? I still think I prefer not doing separate power. Look at this. I can't get my icon off the side to click on the thing. What's going on? I'm locked on the What's happening? Look at that. I can't get my mouse off. Look at that. That was bizarre. That was really bizarre. 2 strips, separate power, much nicer. Yeah, I think I agree. Oops, I think I agree. Oh, mounting holes, right. I deleted them and they came back in again. That's okay. Have to be very clear with the labeling on them. I don't want these anymore. Hey Ian, how you doing? Okay. So I'm still worried about being able to reach the USB connector because I'm going to be using my, where is it? My new short. I'm going to say the A word, everyone. Alexa, turn on fire. Ooh, it's not straight. I'm going to be using my new flat ones. That is very, very dark. They're very flat, and if you look at the height of a, whoa. Look at the height of a barrel jack, and then if you look at the headers, those, and then a TinyPICO sticking into it. Do I have a TinyPICO lying around? One that I'm not using. I mean, I could put taller headers on. What is that? No. Okay. Whoop. So the issue is, will I be able to get a USB? I can't. Possibly. Hey, focus. Hocus pocus. You gonna focus? Maybe. Will I be able to get the cable in? If this is sitting behind, I can't get. I don't have anything that's got a DC barrel jack on it that doesn't have wires. Let me just unscrew this screwdriver. Okay, better. So if that's sitting behind and someone pushes that all the way in, yeah, so you're not going to be able to get a USB connector in if the barrel jack is in the way because of the height. And the barrel, I'm just looking at where the pins are. If they are aligned. Okay, yeah, maybe I will. Maybe a connector will fit. It'll kind of be like that. Okay, that could fit. That'll fit, I think. Okay, that might work. So, I do like it when I start YouTube on my NVIDIA Shield. NVIDIA Shield. Ooh. Is that through board connectors? No, it's not through. No, it's not. They're just very short. I mean, they could be, but they're just very short SMD. Hang on, whoops. They're very short SMD ones that I bought. I got them custom made. So if I look at my normal ones, which are, if I grab an Explorer Shield, so these are the ones I was getting. These ones here, which are the normal ones you can buy. But these are my new ones, which are much shorter. So they take up less space. And they work the same way. So I got these custom made. Had to buy 1,000 of them. Whoa. But that's okay. I plan on using a few of them. Okay. Hello, Yuz. Good morning. Yuz is playing with the logo. Woohoo. Did literally awesome logo colors. Right, but someone then stomped your colors. Fred then stomped your colors. You have to do it again, Yuz. There's no Yuz mode. No, I should probably add one. Okay, so that's good that I can squeeze the USB in. That means I can make this thing much smaller. Oh, nice. OBS. Why doesn't it move my traces? Okay, that does. If I do drag, it does. Kind of. And do we need such a big cap? So this is a 100 microfarad cap. What size caps do you put on your boards, Quindor? Oh, really? I don't like that. 1,000. Right. Really? Yeah, but you need that for your higher voltages. For 5 volts, 100 microfarads got to be enough. Got to be enough. And KiCad crashed again. So back to Eagle. Oh my god. Every time. Wow. Little unreliable. On Diffusion 360. Hello, James. Actually, for 5 volt, it's more important. Helps with a few things. Protects against inrush, too high voltage from bad PSU. Helps smooth very big swings. I get that, but 1,000? 1,000 seems like a lot. Like the size of the what did I lose? Yeah, I lost all my stuff. Okay. The size of the cap is going to be too big. Check my event log. Yeah, I'll look later. I'm not going to do that on stream now. Like, I've got a height issue here. So that's why I've got some of these caps in. Like, I can't. Like, these are. Let's just go to one of them. 15 amps to 30 amps continuous, so you'll likely be okay with smaller. I know the bigger the better, but like this is a 100 microfarad, right? And it's 10 millimeter diameter and it's 10 millimeters high, right? I mean, that'll be the highest thing on my board already. If I go for a, for an example, like a 1,000, I don't know. Oh, Like, here's some shorter ones. The ones I was looking at the other day were really high. Oh, that's 18mm. Right, no, I need... None in stock. It becomes a size problem. 10 by 16. I know he makes boards for thousands of LEDs. That's I'm quite happy to listen to Quindor. I just... $1,000... Right, 13.5mm. 13.5, I'm just looking at what this is. Yeah, it'll still be the it'll be tall. It'll be the tallest thing on my board. But yeah, look, it doesn't have to be 25. Like 16. I like to have more leeway. Like I wouldn't go lower than 16. I wouldn't do 10. Because then I'm on the skirts of the curve. Yeah, not a lot in the... Like it also, it won't explode if someone accidentally sticks 12 volts into it, right? I don't want the cap to explode. Exploding caps is not good. $10 volts. 13.5. Yeah, they're all 13.5 height. Or maybe, wait. How tall is that? Yeah, 13.5. So, yeah, there are different values for caps. I thought there were 100 nanofarad small ones. It's really funny. Try going 680 or something like that. Right, doesn't have to be exactly 1,000. Yeah, I guess anything between 100 and 1,000 is better than nothing. Like even 470. I don't know why I keep looking at the Panasonics. I feel like I can trust a Panasonic more, but God, they're so much more expensive. What's wrong with 100? Just the bigger the better. The bigger the cap, the better. The amount of current being pulled from the LEDs when they turn on is a lot. 6 cents. Roquang. You got to look at that and go, like, this is 5 times cheaper than a Panasonic. So what's bad about it? No, they don't make super cap. No, but I don't want a super cap. I'm not after. Yeah. This is for spike protection. Not sure super caps are great for that. Okay, so the point is, so let me just put some of these in my cart, bookmark them. I think they're the same size. They're the same size. Yep. Okay, they're the same size as the Panasonics I had, so they'll fit. Okay, so I can get a bigger cap, no problem. But I'd love to know why KiCad keeps crashing on me, because that's getting really frustrating. Okay, I'll fix that later. All white. Yay. Go Yazzie. KiCad 20 hours today, yesterday combined, both 5.1 and 0 crashes. Well, you've seen it crash twice on me today. And that weird UI thing where I couldn't get my mouse off it in schematic mode. I couldn't get my mouse off the edge. What version am I using? It's fairly recent. Version. Where does it say what date? Build info. September 8th. I know we're in October now, but that's not that old. Catch you later, Dave. Take care. Okay, I'm going to have to teach myself to live in KiCad more often. Okay, so I can make this smaller, which is good. Tidying it up is going to make me feel a lot better, because I didn't want a big board. But as I said, what we can do is... Oh, interesting. Okay. Is I could always put pads here for 2 more sets. And FC is better, Yuz. It's FFC900 is the best. It's the best yellow. Wait for it. It's the best yellow. Maybe not on camera. FFC900 though. That's the one. Stackable terminals. No, no. Well, height's a problem with the cap. Look at the lifetime, a temp. Also, 2 are better than 1 for current ripple. Don't forget the TinyPICO and the TinyS2 has its own caps on power in and protection, right? So this is just a big cap overall to help with anything. Like if there wasn't already protection on there, like if I was putting a micro directly on this board, then I would consider putting more caps on here. But there's already they're little caps, but there's already caps on the boards, so I think they'll be fine. I could always stick some MLCCs on here. You know, 22, what have I got? Hang on. 22 microfarads I've got here. I could probably get 100 microfarad in a large package. Okay, I'm gonna... I'm going to not get this finished because it's been 2 hours. But I think we can successfully say that $14, $15, $27, $14. I was going to say we could successfully say something, but I don't know what we could successfully say. Does anyone have a preference in the order? What order do you have yours, Quindor? Well, I guess they should be the same order as a strip. Are all the strips the same? If I grab a strip. Whoa, how's that for dense LEDs? And the compressor is on. Look at that. Packed in. So they're all power, data, ground. Is there a preference on which side the power is on? Data in the middle, sure. But is there ever any like a like is power on the left or the right? Oops. Always forget to switch. Where's the label? Right. Add a net label, add a global net label. Can I just do it directly to the thing? And that was GPIO 15. So it's 5 volts. Is that what I called it? GPIO 15 underscore 5 volts. We need a doot button. Do we really need one? Can you fit 3 wires under each power terminal? What do you mean by 3 wires under? I'm looking at the outputs. Positive is to the right and negative is to the left. Facing which direction? Yeah. 14, 5 volts. What did you mean, James, by I called it 5 volt out, didn't I? Ugh. So I can't click and move when I've got a tool selected. Like that. That's frustrating. 5 volt out. And that's ground, although I should just use a, what do you call it? Nope. How do I set? Right, ground. Will it make the wall transparent? No, it won't. There's no alpha. That's really funny. Every time. Whatever. Okay. So does that look good for you, Quindor? Is that the same as what you've got? Or they flip the other way around? Why can't I use the same connector as the LED strip? Because there is no matching other side connector that connects to a board like this. And it's also massive. And they come with the other side often. If I have one. No, I've got lots of one direction, not the other one. It's the same as you've got. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Thank you. So, I can't... Oh, here we go. So they come with this and or this for joining, right? Well, there is no this that goes onto a board. And the fact is, you get this. And so this goes into the screw terminal. I don't understand why I'd want to put anything else. Like, if I had something like this, let's say I found the right connector, that then limits people to only being able to plug in something like this. And if they've got just wires, they can't plug it in, right? Like it's aligned with your stripes under the tape. What, Carsten? What was the quick? What? What do you mean by aligned with your stripes under the tape? Hey, Prechik. So screw terminals and or pads, no, but again, JST is not like, I want it to be the most flexible. The most flexible is a screw terminal where people can either not solder it on and they can just solder wires directly to the pads, or they can put the screw terminal and just put wires into the screw terminal. But anything else I put on there that's more specific blocks out a whole bunch of people that can't then use it. I meant your LED strip. Aligned with your... What, make my thing a lot... Yeah, right, but it depends which way you rotate the cable. Is that what you're talking about? Like make the power and ground aligned with my strips? Like there is no aligned. Like it depends which way you'd want to orient the board. So long as data is in the middle, that's really all that matters. And I put them on the wrong sides. So that needs... Wow. I'm having a bad time with my keyboard shortcuts today. No, not a crash, just a, I had the wrong thing selected. Okay. So why'd this trace width just change on me? I don't understand. I had one and I selected the next thing and look, two different trace sizes. Using tiny screw is fiddling a tiny flathead. Well, it doesn't have to be a flathead. So you see the different trace sizes then? Why did it change? Catch you later, embedded hobbyist. From the PCB by screwing the cables in, especially on 2-pole terminals, but found no better solutions. Right, well you could just solder the wires directly in there. Has its size. Oh, a default size set? You think so? It's possible. Again, I don't know. Like I really need to. But I'm on that. And it's still thicker. And what just happened there? Okay. this the routing. Okay, 0152. And look, it's thinner. But they were both done the same. Look. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, maybe there's a little bit here maybe that's why it's continuing that one. That's better. Okay. Okay. Good. I need to get the 5 volt out across, and I'm going to do that with a on the other side with a big bunch of ground plane. But it is 12 past 9. I need to get back to doing some other stuff. So I'm going to have to end the stream. Thank you all for joining. Ooh, someone did a serpent. Cool. There was a little tiny trace on the pad. And so when I was continuing the trace, no matter what I set it to, it was setting it to that one because it was continuing. Have to watch out for the blibbery blobbies. Yeah. W is a shortcut to change. Oh, right. W does. It cycles through. I didn't hit that, no, but I didn't know W changed the thickness. That's very cool. Thanks, Mark. One Kaiko tip. Click one part of the trace, then press I, and it selects the whole trace. Then delete. Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks everyone for playing with the logo. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for all of your help and input on the board. I will keep playing around with it. Hopefully next week I'll be working on my new version of my Reflow Master Pro. I'll probably finish that PCB off. I doubt I'll get it designed beforehand. Or I might be working on my optical inspection system, because I have some cameras. Cameras! Oh, can't see. Cameras. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know yet what it'll be next week, but I'm sure it'll be riveting. Okay, thanks for joining everyone. Have a great rest of the week, and I will catch you all online somewhere. Bye.